Calendar is turned to March 17th. That means happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. Glad you could join us down here in the desert for Mariner baseball on your TV. Today, the Mariners will be taking on the Texas Rangers under beautiful, clear, sunny skies here in Peoria, Arizona. Delighted to be with you again. Dave Sims, Mike Blowers, our 7th year together. And today, Mike, let's talk about this Mariner ball club that's 14-7 in the spring. And there's a lot of reason to feel good about what we've seen to this point.
Well, everybody's going to point to the offense, and for good reason. They lead the league in home runs right now, slugging percentage, all the things that you wanted to see or hope to see is happening here in spring training. Now, I'll temper that by saying it is spring training, but it's better that they're doing it than them not doing it. And I think the biggest part of it is they have some key guys, some of the acquisitions that they made over the course of the winter that are out taking care of their business. And I think everybody feels pretty good about this club right now.
You alluded to some numbers. I tell you what, they're pretty sparkling. And, boy, do you hope there's going to be a huge carryover into the regular season. First in homers, runs, slugging, extra base hits, and on-base plus slugging. Those are all categories the last 4 years the Mariners have been at or near the bottom of the barrel in all of Major League Baseball. But one guy who's helping to turn things around, Kendrys Morales, obtained from the Angels.
And Morales, a switch hitter, of course, and in yesterday's game, he's going to get an opportunity to hit right-handed. This is his first home run hitting right-handed for the spring. Morales having a great spring, though, hitting .371 with 3 home runs on the spring. He will hit third or fourth in the lineup for Eric Wedge, but it's been good to see him and Morris both take off. Everybody had a lot of expectations for them, and they've come through with them.
One guy, we're like this for Franklin Gutierrez. Good luck, nothing but good luck, and more of it. He's had some sore legs the last few days, back in the lineup here today.
Well, and Franklin, as you can see, having a great spring, .368 overall. You see the 3 home runs. The big thing for him is his health. He's been out of the lineup for about a week because he's had some sore legs, so hopefully we can get Franklin in there on a consistent basis this year. We all know he can play. He's one of the best center fielders in the game, but health. He needs to stay healthy.
That is for sure. Now, one of the things, as you know, the Mariners hang their hat on is pitching. Good-looking lineup, especially when you start, yes, with Felix Hernandez. And then from there, you've got Felix in the one hole. Iwakuma has been outstanding down here. Joe Saunders, very dependable. I think he and Vargas will wind up being a push. But then it's really up for grabs the rest of the way.
And you see a couple of veterans in there, in Garland and Bonderman. We saw Garland a couple of days ago. Bonderman pitched well also. But then Ramirez has been spectacular this spring. Bevan needs to pick it up a little bit. He's been better. His last outing was in a simulated game. He pitched well, 4 1/3. He did give up one run, but for Blake, he hasn't walked anybody all spring. So at times today, I think we're going to see him try to expand the zone with his breaking ball.
I was talking to Blake the other day. I said, you're in a fight for your life. He says, you know it.
They're all aware of it.
Yeah, no question about it. So that's the story here in Peoria. Blake Bevan, he's going to get a start today. It's going to be against a bunch of minor leaguers. It's a split squad game for Texas. Their main stars are up in Las Vegas. But you know what? We're going to have a good time anyway. A lot of people in festive green. St. Patrick's Day in Peoria, Arizona. Mariner baseball. First pitch straight ahead. Spectacular day here in Peoria, Arizona. Glad you are with us. Mariner baseball. It's the Texas Rangers in town. And Mariners having a fine spring with a record of 14 up and 7 down. Dave Sims and Mike Blowers with you as we get ready for action. Look at the good crowd here. Kendrys Morales, Raul Ibanez, they're both in the starting lineup today. Kyle Seager will be at third. So we get a chance to see a lot of the regulars for the Mariners. That's not the case for the Texas Ball Club. The only regular they have in their lineup, the only full-time major leaguers, Lance Berkman. How about Erasmo Ramirez? Young man yesterday pitched against Colorado. He was in trouble a lot. 6 innings of 8 hit ball, 2 runs, both earned. But Mike, he constantly got out of trouble yesterday.
And I thought overall, watching the game and watching him pitch, I thought he was impressive to get out of trouble. Ramirez, the first pitcher this spring to go 6 innings. He did give up 2 runs, but they were the first 2 runs that he had given up all spring. So he's having a fine spring trying to lock down one of the last 2 spots in the rotation.
That is fierce competition for spots 4 and 5 in the Mariners starting rotation. And Ramirez showing a lot of poise yesterday, too. Gave up about 6 doubles. But again, just the 2 runs, 8 hits. He faced 27 batters. There's Blake Bevan. If you haven't seen him since last year, he's got the new beard. He's got a different windup as well. Different approach to his pitching this year, Mike.
Take a look at the big beard from Blake. Blake, as we all know, tall pitcher, throwing downhill. He's thrown nothing but strikes all spring. He hasn't had a walk this spring, which is not unusual for Blake. So I think he's going to try to expand the zone a little bit today, get a few more swing and misses. Again, he's not up against a major league lineup today, so hopefully he can take advantage of that. Take a look at the lineup that Blake will face this afternoon. Again, you can see not many familiar faces in there, but a couple of them. Lance Berkman, of course, coming over as a free agent. You can see Jeff Baker leads the major leagues in average this spring. And then of note, hitting 5th, Brandon Snyder. Some of you might remember his father, Brian Snyder. He was a pitcher with the Mariners back in the 80s, a relief pitcher. He appeared in 15 games for the Mariners. So he'll be in the lineup hitting 5th today for the Rangers. Blake Bevan, take a look what he did last year. 11-11 record, a 4.43 ERA for Blake. He can log some innings, though. Typically, he can pitch deep into some games. 152 in the third, and that's even with a stint to Tacoma last year. Still able to get 152 in the third innings in. So Blake battling, trying to get one of those last couple of spots. Take a look at the defense for the Mariners. A lot of the regulars in the lineup. Ibanez in left field. Franklin Gutierrez hasn't played in a week. He'll be out in center. Jason Bay is in right. Seager, the third baseman. Andino and Ackley up the middle. Justin Smoke having a fine spring is at first. And then Kelly Shopik will do the catching. Last official appearance for Blake, you can see, was back on March 6th against the Brewers. Gave up 3 runs over the 3 innings that he pitched. He also pitched in a simulated game, went 4 1/3, gave up 1 run in that. But Blake had a few struggles this spring, so he's going to have to pitch well the rest of the way out. Just 2 weeks to go, Dave, in spring training.
Opening day 2 weeks tomorrow. Looking forward to that in Oakland. First pitch of the ball game. And it's in there for a called strike 1 to Luis Sardinas. Wonderful 79 degrees as we get underway at 1:09 Pacific time. Today, this will be a collection of Texas players who come from their Spokane Short A team, their Myrtle Beach High A team, and their Hickory Low A team from a year ago. With Lance Berkman, the only really established and a big-time major league.
Yeah, apparently, a lot of the regulars wanted to make a trip to Vegas for the game that they're playing today against the Cubs.
Same with Ron Washington, their manager. I believe we could see Jackie Moore was down on
we saw Jackie
the
Moore
show for the Rangers. Ball and 2 strikes. Blake Bevan, a little more upright in his approach and his windup. So he was patterning himself after Doug Fister. Oh, dribbler to the second baseman, Ackley. 1 down.
That would make sense. Doug Fister is 6'6", 6'7", and throws downhill, gets a lot of ground balls. And I think for Blake, because he's not an overpowering pitcher, his fastball will be in the low 90s. I think trying to get a little more angle on it and get more ground balls to help himself out.
Very impressive. I don't care who you're pitching against. You mentioned about his no walks in the season. Facing 34 batters coming into today's action, 8 innings. That is a super impressive stat. There's Jim Aducci. Jim playing at first base, fouls the first one off. Jimmy is out of Burnaby, British Columbia, 27 years old, 9-year minor leaguer with Florida and the Cubs. Career .282 minor league hitter. Pitch from Bevan, 0-1. Breaking ball hung up, popped to left field. Drifting back for Ibanez, fighting the sun. Boy, he just took an easy swing and got great carry on that. 2 down.
Well, one of the other things that's been breezy here in Peoria, at least it was this morning. Flags blowing a little bit out to center field, but of course the high skies. You take a look at the swing by Aducci. He drives this ball all the way up against the fence. Raul fighting the sun and the wind out there. Does a good job of tracking it down.
A quick 2 outs. Here's Lance Berkman. As Ibanez out in left field, good to see him. Here's your temperature and humidity, wind. We had gale force wind here. It was about 2 weeks ago. Wind blowing straight out. It was unbelievable. It had to have been 25, 30 miles an hour. The A's hit a whole bunch of home runs that day. Ball 1 to Lance Berkman. 6-time All-Star. Signed a 1-year deal with the Rangers. 37 years old. Cardinals the last 2 years. The Yankees in 10, and of course the 11 and a half years with the Astros. Ground ball down to Smoke, easy play, and fine start by Blake Bevan. Those just 8 pitches to get his first 3 outs. Good start here from Peoria. Mariners coming to bat.
Only Mazda.
Spring training here in Arizona. Glad to be bringing you Mariner baseball here on Root Sports Cactus League action under bright blue skies. And a reminder, if you haven't already seen them, we're going to bring you the Mariners' new commercials. You know, over the years, they're renowned, some of the best in baseball. And throughout the course of today's broadcast, we'll be bringing them to you. Green is the color of the day, St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patty's Day, everybody. And the Mariners now going to swing the bats against Michael Kirkman. Franklin Gutierrez leading off. Pitch outside for ball 1. You know, he's looked pretty good in the leadoff spot. A bunch of times Eric Wedge has thrown him out there in the 1 hole.
I was looking at the lineup today, and I think it's because you have the left-hander on the hill. I think we might see Gutierrez hitting leadoff against the lefties, and then probably Ackley against the right-handed pitchers.
And the other thing, here's a ball popped right side. Going to get out of play. Jason Bay last week has led off on several occasions. Here's the rest of the batting.
A lot of the regulars for the Mariners in the lineup today. Gutierrez obviously leading off. Then it's Seager. Morales with a home run yesterday. Ibanez. And how about Smoke? What he's done in his career against his former team, the Rangers, hitting .313 overall. Then it's Bay, Shopick, Ackley, and Andino getting the start at shortstop today. He will hit 9th. Numbers for Kirkman last year. 3.82 ERA. He's had a couple of different stints with the Rangers, mostly as a reliever, but he will get the start today.
We saw him a couple of times last year down in Texas. Big breaking ball in there for strike. Kirkman spent parts of the last 3 seasons with the Rangers. Got a career mark of 2-3 with a 4.33 ERA. 28 games last year, all out of the pen. He went 1-2. It's a 3.82 ERA. That's 1-2 to Goody. bounce up there.
And saw the good curve ball. He tried to bounce it out in front of home plate, get good ears to chase it, but Franklin is having a good spring, as you can see. 368 with 3 home runs. Kirkman, good fastball, will occasionally throw a cutter to the right-handers, hard curve ball and a changeup.
Three home runs on the spring here for Goody. Swing and a miss, and it's held on by the catcher, Conrad Schmidt. One down.
Take a look at the defense for the Rangers. Again, regulars not here today. Onaka in left field. Brinson is in center. Baker playing right field. Baker having a good spring for the Rangers. Brandon Snyder will be the third baseman. Aducci over at first. Conrad Schmidt will do the catching for the Rangers this afternoon. See Kirkman having a good spring. He's pitched 6 innings. Hasn't given up an earned run yet.
Here's Kyle Seager. A lot different circumstance from a year ago when there was big question marks about, what can this guy do? Well, only led the club in home runs and RBIs. Was third in 2-out RBIs in the major leagues.
We were wondering if he could play some shortstop. We know he can play second, play some third, trying to figure out what they were going to use him as a utility guy, and he ended up playing third every day for the most part. As you mentioned, really good offensive year for him. 20 home runs, 86 RBIs for Kyle in his first full season.
This one fouled off, but the one we talked about so much last year. 44 2-out RBIs, third only to Mr. Cabrera in Detroit, who had 50, and Andre Ethier with the Dodgers had 45. That is really impressive. A 1-1 count.
And I think overall he hit 259 last year, but I think he'll hit for a higher average this year. And I think we'll probably see him in this spot quite a bit, hitting second. Last year he had to hit third because the club was obviously struggling to score runs, and Kyle was the guy, as you mentioned, Dave, coming up with the big hits for them. But now with the veterans that they signed, Morales on deck, Kyle can move to hitting second.
Seager named the club MVP by the Seattle chapter of the Baseball Writers Association of America.
I don't think I would disagree with him on that.
All in. Tell you what, get some national buzz too. He did go, and a tag applied by Schmidt. Home plate umpire John Trapani. Adrian Johnson at first, Dan Bellino at second, Corey Blazer at third.
Well, you mentioned the hard breaking ball from Kirkman, and Kyle, a couple of weeks ago before the season starts, not able to lay off of that one.
Quick 2 outs here in the Mariners first. Kendrys Morales. Good to have him wearing blue. It seems like when you think back his days with the Angels, it seems like he hit about 450 against the Mariners.
Well, he does, and unfortunately for him, and another one was a walk-off home run that he hit, and that's when he ended up breaking his leg when he hit home plate on the celebration. But it was a walk-off home run for the Angels, and he seemed like he was always in the middle of it. So it is nice to have him here, and he's having a good spring. Look at his overall numbers: 371, 3 home runs. Hit his first home run right-handed yesterday. Ended up getting a changeup. Was able to keep his hands back and hit it. I don't know. I guess it was about 390 feet.
I did a game on radio here about a week and a half ago. He hit one left-handed, just to the left, right over the 410 sign next to the batter's eye. Taps this one down to third. Snyder throws across to Aducci, and that'll do it. So the Mariners go quietly in the first. 13 pitches for Michael Kirkman. No scores. We head to the second inning. Back here in Peoria, Destin Ackley, star second baseman for the Mariners. He's featured in one of the Mariners commercials for this season. Let's take a look.
Dear Dustin, will you wear an armband for my Uncle Roy?
Dear Dustin, will you wear this bracelet for my friend Steve?
Will you wear this t-shirt under your jersey?
If you would wear this sweatshirt under your
It's
jersey.
my great-grandfather's Dairy Farmer of the Year
They're
pin.
my special socks.
If you could fold your cap inside
Did you eat
out,
this fruitcake during a play?
It would really mean a lot.
mean a lot.
What's going on, Dustin?
I can't let my fans down.
Good luck with that.
Mariners baseball, true to the blue.
That's cute. I like that. Jeff Baker leads off against Blake Bevan. Strike one to Jeff.
Looking out at Dustin right now, it looks like he decided to go with the armband today. Left the rest of it back in the clubhouse.
Jeff Baker. He was a star at Clemson University. Did 59 home runs down there at South Carolina. Left the school's all-time leader. Charging on the players, Robert Andino. What a nice addition he has been. One down.
Be the utility guy for the Mariners this year. Has some pop in his bat. Can play all the infield spots.
Got a good arm, too.
Yeah. Be able to give some guys a break this year.
Said, yeah, I remember that home run. He beat the Mariners in Safeco Field last summer. He said, that's old business. I said, good to have you with us, pal. Good to have you with us. There's Brandon Snyder. And Dino gets another play. Talking about the Rangers, they have many of their starters and regulars up in Las Vegas. And don't forget, they have a contingent plan in the World Baseball Classic as well. There's a plan for every fan when it comes to Mariners season tickets. Choose from several ticket package options, including half season or full season weekend plans. Entertain your clients, the business plan, and more. Find out the season ticket package that meets your needs. Go to mariners.com/season tickets. Saw Casey Stern and Jim Bowden from MLB Radio. They were doing their tour today, and their stop here with the Mariners as we look at Schmidt. And they're saying, hey, it's good national buzz about the Mariners. Going to be in people around the country, around Major League Baseball, cite the improvement, the perceived improvement of this Mariner Ball Club for 2013.
I think there's a couple of things, and we've talked about the offense, and people have been reading about that, which is all great. But I think on a national side, they know that the Mariners have good pitching. When you have Felix at the top of your rotation, that certainly doesn't hurt. They have a quality bullpen and a good mix of right-hander and left-handers out there.
Yep, Eric Wedges. We've talked about it all the time. Various points in the month, and I've had conversations. Boy, I'd like to have some veteran presence. Got it now.
Oh, last year, yeah. He mentioned that all the time, and he does. And then when you talk about Ibanez and Morales, Michael Morris having a great spring, also leading the club with 5 home runs.
Couple big
Jason Bay has
day.
really swung the bat well, who's in right field today. So he has some veteran guys that he can lean on, take some of the pressure off. And I think because of that, some people are starting to think that, well, maybe the Mariners will score a few more runs this year.
Conrad Schmidt muscles one. Right field catch made by Bay. 6 up, 6 down by Blake Bevan. Economical again with 8 pitches. He's thrown 16 pitches through the first 2 innings.
Seattle Mariners baseball on Root Sports, brought to you by Sterling Bank. Nobody works harder for you. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. And by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest. For more info, visit emeraldqueen.com. Nice shot there of Hoover Dam, looking back at the US 93 bridge. That's Arizona on the left, Nevada on the right. We're going to go left to Arizona, back to Peoria with Dave and Mike.
All right, Brad. Look forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks, Brad. Raul Apanya is going to lead it off as we have a good look at Hoover Dam there. No scores. We go to the bottom of the second inning. It'll be Apanya, Smoke and Bay, 4, 5, and 6 for the Mariners. Raul Apanya, good spring. 385, 2 homers, and 7 runs batted in.
I think it's been a real positive for the Mariners and their spring training. We've talked about the home runs and the amount of runs that they've been scoring, but to have all the veteran guys coming in and having quality springs, I think says a lot for, one, the work that they put in over the winter coming here, and two, I think the younger guys seeing that it's going to be a help to them as the season moves on. You know, we just saw the numbers for Abanez and what he's done this spring, hitting 385, Morales 371.
Saw Kelly Shopik there. He's been a big resource. As well, looks at strike 2.
He's hitting 350 this spring.
How about that, huh?
I know. Jason Bay at 292, and then of course Morris, who isn't in the game today, leading the club in home runs with 5. It's been a lot of fun to watch.
Banya's 10 for 26 coming into this plate appearance. Breaking ball misses 2 and 2.
The other thing about it too is for the younger players, they're going to get a real good idea on how to prepare on a daily basis. Just watching these guys, it's not the fact that they have to say a lot. I think it's just about the way they go about their business and how they prepare on a daily basis.
Served in the left field. Catch made out there by Onaka, Hiratashi Onaka. As we did last time we were with you, go on and text in where you're watching our broadcast from. We heard from a gentleman from Mexico City last time we were on the air, and another gentleman from the Netherlands, the Kingdom of the Netherlands. Here's Justin Smoke. Big thumbs up for him this spring.
And Justin having a quality spring, and a lot of question marks about him, but he's, you know, obviously he's going to have to play well in the course of the season, but the first thing is first, and that is to come to spring in shape and play well, which he has done. Justin hitting 382 with 3 home runs on the spring. And if you talk to the coaching staff, you talk to Eric Wedge, they've all been very impressed with him, the adjustments that he has made. And to me, he looks like he's just more quiet at the plate, has a better balance about what he's doing. And for Justin, a couple stints in the big leagues and struggling at times, this is a big year for him to get it going. But first things first, you have to have a good spring, and that's what he's done so far.
A 2-1 count. He had a fabulous September. Obviously, there was pressure on him after being sent down, then comes back and he delivered. So now you want to see a continuation of those performances. Big rip, 2 and 2.
Kirkman has a good breaking ball today. It looks like it's his best pitch, his curveball. He's throwing a hard curveball that's at the bottom of the strike zone. And as we've mentioned, he's had a good spring too. He's always had a quality arm. Pitching out of the bullpen for the Rangers.
And a 2-2 count. Way overthrew that one. Full count here. Jason Bay on deck. There's Jason, former All-Star with the Pittsburgh Pirates. Had a lot of good years with them and with Boston. Trying to rejuvenate his career. 3 and 2 here to Smoke.
Haven't spoken to Jason about it, but I'm assuming he will be checking out the brackets today, seeing where the Gonzaga Bulldogs are going to be.
Hey, they're going to get the #1 overall.
Oh, I think so too.
I go to Salt Lake City this weekend. I'm hoping that the Zags will join me.
Yeah.
I know they travel well. Breaking ball, popped up. First baseman Aducci. He's got room, makes the play. 2 outs. Mariners single game tickets are now on sale. Get your seats to the biggest games of the year, including opening night. You're going to secure the best pricing, and you buy early and you save. Pick up tickets to all Mariner home games this season at the Safeco Field box office, store, and online at mariners.com. Enjoyed our fine blog that Jeff Evans takes care of from the corner of Edgar and Dave. And they had pictures of folks on Thursday, I think it was Thursday or Friday, camped out to be first in line to get those single game tickets.
Really?
That was great.
Yeah.
Nice job. So smoke pops out on a 7-pitch at bat. Now Jason Bay. Bay, everybody knows his story. He had the concussions and multiple injuries in New York with the Mets. Didn't work out. He was paid a big dollar. Trying to come back. Native of British Columbia, now lives in the greater Seattle area. And trying to rejuvenate his big league career. Ground ball hit hard, smothered. Snyder, nice play. Both pitchers on top of their games to get going here. The Mariners and the Rangers, no score. Turn to the 3rd inning here in Peoria on this sunny, fabulous St. Patrick's Day. All day we're going to be featuring some of the fine new Mariner commercials for 2013. Let's show our next one, which features Michael Morse, Michael Saunders, and Kyle Seager.
You have to find a place where you're focused but relaxed. So I wear this to remind me.
He's right. You need balance. That's why I wear Birks in my cleats. It gets me to my Zen place.
Nice. What about you?
Nothing big. Just this.
Mariners baseball, true to the blue.
Silk PJs. Fancy.
From the Hefner collection, no doubt.
They always do a good job with the commercials, don't they?
Yes, they do. Bottom 3rd of the order here for Blake Bevan. They're slicing pop. Seager can't get there. Strike 1 to Odubel Herrera. He's the second baseman. Just joining us, you know, many. You've got Profar. It's in the World Baseball Classic. Nelly Cruz. You got the other starters are up in Las Vegas. It's a split squad day for the Texas Rangers. Herrera is out of Zulia, Venezuela. And at Myrtle Beach last year, high A Myrtle Beach, 284 hitter. Played second base and shortstop, and they like him as a leadoff man. Andino backhands. He can throw it. And speaking of the Texas Rangers, who got run down by the Oakland Athletics last year on the last day of the season, we're going to see the Rangers coming up. So we take a look at the Sleep Country USA Mariner calendar. April 11, 12, 13, 14, 3 night games and a day game. Single tickets, they're on sale right now. These Rangers, when their full 25-man complement, going to be without Josh Hamilton, who's now with the Angels. There's Hirotoshi Onaka. How do you think that's going to affect the Ranger Ball Club?
I think it'll have an effect. He's one of the best players in the game. But I think it's just the combination of guys. You can throw Michael Young in there. He's been a real leader on that team and in the clubhouse. He now is with Philadelphia. Napoli is in Boston. So they've lost some punch in their lineup.
Ground ball, hit foul. Onaka, college star over in Japan, 5'10", 175. Split his season last year with Spokane and Hickory. And combined for a .302 batting average, no homers and 12 runs batted in. Big breaking ball hit foul.
Napoli taking a lot off of the curveball, just 71 miles an hour. He's interesting because you look at the size of him, you think he's throwing 96 miles an hour. But when you talk to Blake about pitching, he's more of what I would consider more of a finesse type of guy. His fastball will be 91, 92 miles an hour, but he's more concerned about throwing strikes and throwing strike with all of his pitches, trying to keep the ball on the ground. We were talking about that earlier in the broadcast, but I think if you ask him to, he can tell you he can hit 95 if he needed to, but he just feels like as a starting pitcher, he would rather go about his business and hitting his spots and not making mistakes in the middle of the plate.
Yeah, he takes a lot of pride in being accurate. Got a 2-2 count to Onaka.
I think so far we were talking about him being more upright on the mound, throwing downhill, a lot like Doug Fister. And if you look at what's happened in the game so far, 7 outs and 5 of them have been on the ground. So some of the things he's been working on in this spring, looks like they're starting to come together for him.
What do we have? A good crowd here. The berm is pretty much jam-packed at the Peoria Sports Complex. Got a 2-2 count to Onaka. Andino getting a lot of work today. 2 outs. This year, ask the booth. Get on Twitter and go to @RootsSports_NW. Have some fun. Any questions? Talk about some baseball. See what we can do. Good to be back on Roots Sports. There's Lewis Brinson. Pitch outside. Brinson, tall and lean, 6'3", $170 out of Fort Lauderdale. First pro season last year in Arizona. Rookie league, 283, 7 homers and 42 runs batted in. Bevan trying to go 9 up, 9 down. It's that time now where pitchers are getting longer stints. We talked about that yesterday with Ramirez. His outing yesterday where he went 6 innings. But Brandon Maurer, young man, he went, extended run a couple of days ago going 4 innings. Swing and a miss. Maurer, 4 innings of 3 hits, scoreless ball against Cincinnati 3 days ago. Tell you what, he's lifted some eyebrows.
He's been spectacular this spring, and it hasn't gone unnoticed. Again, it's crowded to try to fill out those last 2 spots in the rotation, but I think he's right in the middle of it.
1-2. Brinson will check his swing. 2-2 with 2 outs, nobody on. Two and 2. Breaking ball got him looking. So Blake Bevan making a bid to be in the starting lineup, starting rotation for the Mariners. He has gone 9 up and 9 down, albeit against minor leaguers, but he goes 9 up and 9 down.
There's
Red Rocks of Sedona, about 2 hours north of here. Just absolutely beautiful. And also Harton's memories of Monument Valley, where the great John Ford made a lot of great John Wayne Westerns, which Eric Wedge is so fond of. Take a look at our local Ford keys to the starting rotation. Felix a lot. You think? Iwakuma
a lot.
A lot.
Saunders a lot.
Yeah, he's in. But now it gets interesting the rest of the way.
It really does. You know, Garland's interesting. Ramirez has pitched great over the course of spring. Again, went 6 innings in yesterday's game. Bevan, perfect so far in today's game. Bonderman the other day, a lot of people were talking about him. He topped out at 94 miles an hour, so it looks like he's healthy and ready to go. And then, of course, Maurer, who pitched extremely well last year in the minor leagues and has done everything that he possibly can do as a starter here in spring training. So it's 2 weeks to go. We'll see how it all shakes out.
Our next telecast is coming up Tuesday, and we'll see Brandon Maurer in that outing. Here's Kelly Shopping. Been around at Mets, Boston, Cleveland. Pops this one up. Playable. First baseman taking charge. Hangs with it, makes the catch. Jim Aducci making that play. Rangers main club is playing in Las Vegas right now. Leads the Cubs 3-0. Michael Kirkman in his 3rd inning of work. Dustin Ackley 333. A little different approach when you watch him. He's going to lean the bat on the shoulder. He didn't do that last year. Kirkman been pretty economical in his pitches with 30, but I noticed that when I got down here a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, and the other thing with it from last year, you'd see him maybe bounce it off his shoulder a little bit, and then he would wrap it around his back. So I think if he can go right from where he's at and take some of that wrap out of it, he won't have such a long way to go to get into the hitting area and hopefully make him more consistent. As you mentioned, he's had a good spring so far, hitting 333.
Was he shorter that first year when he came up? Seemed like in my mind.
He was, yes. And then his swing ended up getting longer last year. Of course, he had the injury, too, which he didn't make any excuses because of that. But anytime that you're dealing with an injury, it'll start to affect you, and then you just start changing things, trying to work your way around that. And I think he's just trying to get back to it again. And I think for him, if you look at today's lineup with him in it, he's hitting 8th. I think he'll either hit leadoff or 8th in the lineup, depending on lefty-righty situation. I think Eric wants to see him get off to a good start this year, so that's one way to help him out, limit his at-bats against the lefties early on. I think they feel he's going to be able to hit both lefties and righties, but trying to get him in that positive frame of mind and get him off to a good start would certainly help Dustin.
And the bone spurs removed from his ankle right after the season. He and Here's a attempt for a base hit, smothered by Herrera, and he gets a nice play.
Fine play.
2 outs. He and Ryan both had surgery right after, 10 hours after the season ended last October. There's a long lineup of can't-miss special events at Safeco Field this season, leading off with the Mariners home opener on April 8th. You're part of the other great events, including 2 firework nights, memorable evening when the Mariners legend Ken Griffey Jr. will be inducted into the Mariners Hall of Fame, and much more. For information on those and other special events in 2013, visit Mariners.com. Jr. was here about a week ago. Came into the press room on his way out. Went back to see his son down at the University of Arizona. Did what could have been 20 of the best 20 minutes stand-up I've seen in a long time. He was amazing. He was on fire. Here's Robert Andino.
I wasn't here and I didn't see him, but they said that he dropped some weight too, and he looks really good.
That looks good, yeah. He's funny as ever. And I happened to see up in Las Vegas for the Pac-12 tournament the other night. Saw Rich Rodriguez, head coach of Arizona. Couldn't say enough good things about Trey Griffey. Wide out, going to play, 6'3", about 205, going to play a lot. And he said the kid has no sense of entitlement, works his butt off. He said that comes from the good family. I said, can testify to that. This one popped up as well. Center fielder coming on. And Lewis Brinson makes the catch. How about both of these pitchers? Both starters are 9 up and 9 down. 10-pitch inning for Kirkman. Both have been economical as well. Zeros across the board.
Welcome back. That is one way to travel over the desert. Our graphics machine not broken. It's working. There's just a whole bunch of zeros so far as we move to the 4th inning. And coming up tomorrow on Root Sports, catch a new episode of Mariners Mondays. Take a look at 2 memorable days in late July versus the Yankees. Recap Ichiro's trade to New York and Felix's start against his idol, Freddie Garcia. Don't miss all the action starting at 7:30. Root Sports, your home for Mariners baseball. I know 2 guys that are watching this game and looking forward to watching Mariners Mondays. It's Dave and Mike down there in Peoria.
All right, Brett, thank you so much. Here's Luis Sardinas, second time around for the Rangers against Blake Bevan. Ground out to Ackley his first time up. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody, and a lot of folks here celebrating as Smoke gobbles this one up. A feed to Bevan, 1 out. 10 up, 10 down for Blake Bevan. A lot of folks taking advantage of the great weather here, wearing the green, out on the berm here. Man, it is a jam-packed, festive situation out there watching this ball game. Blake Bevan done a nice job.
He's doing a great job today. Again, another ground ball out, which is good to see.
And again, if you're just joining us, the only real bona fide major leaguer starting here today is Lance Berkman, batting order for the Texas Rangers. Here's a drive straight away center. This ball is crunched. Goody's going to watch it hit off the batter's eye. And digging for third, and he'll get there easily as Jim Adducci. Did not cheat himself. Jim Adducci with a triple.
Yeah, first hit of the ball game for either club. This hits high out the batter's eye. You can see he skies it out there. Typically the wind will blow out to center, maybe right center at times, and tremendous carry on this. It hits high off the wall.
How about Adducci's third triple this spring? Julio Morban, young man, just got sent down the other day. He hit one just to the right of that. He's 21 years old. Should have seen a smile. I said, you deserve 4 bags on that one. Boy, he hit it well. As did Adducci. Here's Lance Berkman. Berkman grounded out. First pitch swinging last time up to smoke.
Morban just sent out of camp. Back. He hit 2 home runs in the game and was sent out after the game, so that's kind of rough at times, but it's the numbers.
21 years old. Tell you what, good looking athlete. Had a lot of opportunities to play with Goody being down a couple of times.
Mariners down to 40 players in camp, 29 on the roster, 11 non-roster players still in camp.
How about the company Lance Berkman keeps in baseball history? He is 4th all-time among switch hitters and hitting home runs, behind a guy named Mickey Mantle, Murray, Eddie Murray, and Larry Wayne Chipper Jones. That is serious 60 home runs for Lance.
Yeah, you look up all of his numbers, and when they start talking about him as a switch hitter, and you constantly see Mickey Mantle next to your name, that's pretty good company.
Sliced down the left field line. Raul, no chance on that one. That's a fair ball. Bounce up against the fence. So a triple and an RBI double puts Texas ahead 1-0. For Berkman, his 5th RBI of the spring.
Pitch running away from him, down borderline, maybe on the corner, just off the plate, and Berkman goes with this pitch. You can see he just flips it down the line. He wasn't sure it was going to stay fair, but it does. It short hops the fence right down the line. So the last couple of hitters able to get the ball in the air after we were just talking about Blake keeping it on the ground. He'll have to make an adjustment and get him back on the ground again.
Tired of the first 10 men he faced. Now gives up a triple and a double. 1-0 Texas. Here's Jeff Baker. Grounded out to Andino his first time up. Robert playing shortstop today. It's a solid base hit. Berkman to third. He'll get the stop sign from Spike Owen, the former Mariner. Runner at first going to advance as Seager couldn't hold on to the relay.
Probably be an error on Ibanez as this ball short hops the cutoff man Kyle Seager. Ibanez trying to get it in quickly. I think it bounces. It does. It's a short hop, and Kyle's not able to handle it. So the runner will move up from a single. So he'll move. Oh, they're going to give the error to Kyle.
So E5 on Kyle Seager. Runner at second and third. So 3 straight hits. Triple, double, and a single. Here's Brendan Snyder, rounded out to short. Bevan trying to get out of some trouble here, limit the damage. 1 out, 2 on. One. One good thing, you get a veteran catcher, Kelly Shapik. If he sees anything, he's been quick to go out and can, say a few words to his pitchers during the course of the spring thus far. One. Line drive, runners get back safely. 2 outs.
Blake needed to catch a break, and he does right there on a solid line drive to the second baseman, Ackley. When you look at the hits, the triple was in the middle of the plate, but then the double by Berkman I thought was a pretty good pitch. That was a pitch that was borderline off the plate, just good hitting by Berkman. Then he hung a breaking ball after that to Baker. Take a look at our CenturyLink high-speed pitch. Kirkman topping out at 93, Bettman at 91. That's about where you would expect him to be.
Here's the catcher, Conrad Schmidt. Fouled off his Shopik's glove. Strike one. Schmidt is first time out. First time up, lined out the bay in right field. Runners at second and third. Breaking ball. Good job by Shopik. Catching aficionados out there gave him a nice.
Yeah, they'll like that. His backup catcher for the Mariners. He's been in the league for a while now. You mentioned played for a number of different teams, but he's been in the league because of his defense. It also has some power in his bat, has some pop.
Right to Indino. We'll throw out the catcher, Conrad Schmidt. Bettman got hit hard, but gives up just 1 run. Strands 2. Home fourth coming up. It's 1-0 Texas. Is fighting the sun. Andino getting a lot of work today. Rangers have taken a 1-0 lead over the Mariners. Glad you could join us here, Mariner Baseball from Peoria. Dave Sims and Mike Blowers and the Root Sports crew. Glorious St. Patrick's Day. Yeah, get that sun protection on, pal. That's a very good idea if you're going to be out here. Very comfortable. So first pitch at 79 degrees. The berm filled.
Folks get here early, get the towels down, save their spots.
Yeah.
It's usually a popular place to be out on the berm.
Yeah, especially the weekend games, Saturday and Sunday. A lot of good folks from Pacific Northwest and all around coming out here and watch the Mariners. New pitcher for the Texas Rangers, one of the premier closers in the game, Joe Nathan. Starting his second year with the Texas Rangers. He went 3-5 last year with a 2.80 ERA, saved 37 games. Strike one to Goody, who's leading off. Top of the order, Goody, Seager, and Morales.
And coming in after Kirkman, 3 innings, perfect baseball. It's impressive in his outing today.
To the shortstop, Sardinas. Over to Ducci for the first out. Make sure you catch a Mariners All Access this Sunday at 6:30 p.m. right here on Root Sports. Watch behind the scenes from the Mariners' new commercials featuring the wise old Buffalo and King Felix's hottest thing in town. Don't miss this and more only on Root Sports. One out, here's Kyle Seager. Seager first time up. Check swing strikeout. Strike one from Joe Nathan. Nathan's made a heck of a comeback. Remember, he missed all of 2010. Tommy John surgery. Came back with Minnesota, 48 games, 2-1 with a 14 save performance, and then signed as a free agent by Texas in November of 2011 and turned in some strong work.
But the interesting part of that is when he came back from his injury, or talking about his numbers with Minnesota, I think he took himself out of the closer role. Just didn't feel like he was ready to take that on, and a lot of people were wondering where his career was going to go from there. And obviously he ended up in Texas, and things have worked out just fine for him there.
He was a starter back coming up through the Giants system. Pie. Then when he became a closer on a trade to Minnesota back in November of 03. How about this? 44, 43, 36, 37, 39, and 47 saves before the Tommy John surgery. 2-2.
If you look at him now, a little bit different. He used to have a really good fastball, be in the low or the mid 90s. Now he's in the low 90s. He'll be 92, 93. At times he'll hit 94, but typically he's in the low 90s. So he uses his off-speed pitches a little bit more, but still effective.
3-2 to Seager. And he laid off that pitch down in the dirt. Mariners have their first base runner.
We'll bring up Morales, the switch hitter. Started the game hitting right-handed, now he'll switch around, hit left-handed.
Morales grabbed it out to third in his first at bat. Strike one. Oh, 1 to Kendricks. This one fouled off. Getting a lot of text we're posting on the screen from good folks back in Seattle. Morales, a switch hitter. 101st Seager. All 2 strikes.
It's like the breeze that we had at the start of the game starting to die down. Flags are settling down out in center field.
Nice stop by Schmidt. So 2-2. Kendrys Morales. Morales last year, 22 home runs, 73 runs batted in for the Angels in 173 contests. In 09, he went for 34 homers, 108 runs batted in 152 games, and hit .306. See if he can bring some of that to the Mariners. Runner goes. This one fouled back. Eric Wedge, impressive beard and mustache ensemble to start this 2013 season. Got a 2-2 to Morales. 1 out. Seager's at first. Kyle holds. Pitch swung on a miss. Good breaking ball. 2 outs. First strikeout for Joe Nathan. Mariners single game tickets are on sale right now. And when you purchase your seats at any Mariners team store, you're going to get savings off of great Mariners gear. That's right. You're going to get 20% off regular price merchandise when you pick up tickets this weekend at any of the 5 convenient Mariner team store locations. 2-out man on for Raul Ibanez, who fly to left his first time up. Third time around with the Mariners for Raul Ibanez. Great to have him back. It gets all the way through Schmidt. Seager will ease down to second on the wild pitch.
That's a good break for the Mariners. See if Raul can pick up Kyle, tie this game up with a base hit. That looked like a split that he just spiked right there behind the plate. Conrad Schmidt, the catcher today for the Rangers, not able to get his glove down in time, so the Mariners get a break there. Seager moves up to second.
A couple of veterans going head to head here. Raul Ibanez got 11 seasons of 15 or more home runs. Got a 1-0. And there's one right there. On cue, up on the berm, 2-1 Mariners. Raul Ibanez leaves the yard. So Raul with his 3rd home run, RBIs 8 and 9, no doubt about it. Do you love that sound or what?
Well, after bouncing a pitch, Nathan comes back with a fastball, and that is right in the middle of the plate. Ibanez knows what to do with that. Hits it up on the berm, as Dave mentioned, for his 3rd home run of the spring. Again, Raul having a good spring training, hitting .385 coming into the game. Good catch out there.
We've been asking for some pop in the lineup, and 40-year-old guys providing it here in the spring. How about that? Good for him. Raul will be 41 in June. So Texas takes a 1-0 lead in the 4th inning. The Mariners have responded by getting their first lead. Breaking ball misses. 2 balls, 1 strike. Smoke fouled out to the first baseman, who's first at bat. Working on his breaking ball. That one over the plate for strike 2-2. A full count now to Smoke. Mason Bay on deck if Smoke can keep this inning alive. Strike 3 called. So Nathan, a couple of strikeouts in the inning, but the good news for the Mariners, Raul Ibanez, a 2-run jack. It's 2-1 Mariners. 2-1 Mariners over the Rangers here in Peoria. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. It's Sunday afternoon. Happy St. Patrick's Day to one and all. Dave Sims, Mike Blowers, Roots Sports crew here. Raul Ibanez just hit a big home run to put the Mariners on top, 2-1.
That home run actually the only hit for the Mariners this afternoon. Seager was able to get on base with a walk, and then Ibanez hit the home run.
Blake Bevan continues on here. This is top of the fifth action. First pitch, strike, a breaking ball to Odubel Herrera. Herrera growing up in his native Venezuela. He was a star volleyball player. Bottom third of the order for Texas: Herrera, Onaka, and Brinson.
Starting to see the pitchers for the Mariners getting stretched out. Ramirez yesterday going 6 innings, first Mariner pitcher to pitch that deep into a game, and now here's Bevan working his way through the fifth.
Ground ball to Andino, gets a nice hop. And no leadoff man has reached for either team thus far in this ball game. One out. Second time Herrera's grounded out to shortstop.
Andino gets rid of it quickly, doesn't he?
Yeah. Got that good arm.
Yeah.
And when he drops down, reminds me of my man Manny Trio.
Manny Trio, fine second baseman with the Phillies. 45 pitches so far for Blake, so he's been efficient.
Hirotoshi Onaka. Soft line drive to Andino. In at third was Seager. Bunt shown, strike taken.
Another good pitch.
Yes, it was.
Looked like a changeup on the outside corner. Didn't get the call, but good movement on that changeup.
Be back with you on TV on Tuesday. Look forward to seeing young Brendan Maurer in that game.
I'm looking forward to it. I haven't had a chance to see him pitch. I've been able to talk to a number of people about him. They're all happy with him and the job that he's done. But I haven't seen him throw yet, so I'm looking forward to that on Tuesday.
I've only seen him once so far. He has been impressive, no doubt. Two and two. Play Onaka straight away, not too deep. Strike three called. Painted that outside corner. Nice work by Bevan. His second strikeout. 2 outs. Take a look at our Sterling Bank Nobody Works Harder for You. A guy named Felix was working today in a minor league game. 4 innings, a 3-hit, 1-run ball. No walks and 6 Ks, 62 pitches. Minor leaguers. Imagine I'd seen, let's see, what was it? It was a sim game about 10 days ago. I think it was his first outing or second outing. And it was a trip talking to the minor leaguers. Hey, man, why don't you go down to the backfield? Here's a guy that needs to throw. Felix Hernandez.
I bet they were thrilled to do it, though.
They
Get
were.
a chance to stand in there and get their hacks in off somebody as great as Felix.
Yeah, it was terrific. It was just fun watching the eyes coming to the plate and leaving the plate. Drive deep to right. Going back is Bay with room. Makes the catch. Nice work by Bevan. He's through 5. And he's got a 2-1 lead.
Here's a present from your
Seattle Mariners baseball on Root Sports, brought to you by the Ski-Doo Summit, the most specialized mountain sled ever. By BNSF, the engine that connects us. And by Ford, we are local. Fans out there on the berm wearing green, appropriate. St. Patty's Day. We'll get you back down to Dave and Mike. I see, Root red and black. I don't know. You guys got any green on underneath that or anything, guys?
The shipment never arrived. What can I tell you? May never been sent either. All right, Brett, thank you very much. Yeah, a lot of wearing of the green here today. And again, the Texas Rangers split squad action, their main club up in Las Vegas playing the Cubs. Predominantly minor leaguers here today. And the Mariners have a 2-1 lead thanks to a Raul Ibanez 2-out, 2-run homer in the fourth. Evan Meek is the new pitcher.
He's pitched 6 games so far, ERA high at a 12.15 ERA for him. 6 2/3 innings, opponent's average 364. The Mariners with just 1 hit, it was that home run by Ibanez, so they can take advantage of Meek, who has struggled during spring training this year.
Bay, Shopik, and Ackley here in the home fifth.
Jason grounded out to third his first time up.
We've been doing a countdown on the rotation. What about the outfield positions? The numbers, how many are they going to carry?
Well, there's definitely going to have to be some adjustments. There's some guys on the outside looking in. Figueroa having a great spring. What are you going to do there? Casper Wells has come on strong as of late. What are you going to do there? They have some veteran guys that I know Eric likes. Bay being one of them who's in the lineup today in right field. And Raul Ibanez is in left. There's base hit for Bay.
Boy, hung a curveball. Jumped all over base hit.
But you're absolutely right. There's going to have to be some decisions made. And Bay having a strong spring training helps himself. 1 for 2 in the game now with this base hit to left. It looks like it's going to be Morris in left, Gutierrez in center, and Saunders in right. But then you have to figure out the rest of it because you have Ibanez, you have Bay. Figueroa's had a nice spring.
Wells.
Casper Wells.
Up and in to Kelly Shopik. First time the leadoff man's been aboard here. 5th inning action. Mariners lead 2-1. Swing on a miss.
You have Shopik as your backup catcher and Dino your utility infielder. So yeah, there's question marks as far as the outfield goes and how Eric Wedge wants his bench to look to go along with those two. Shopik
I'd say,
being one of them.
Saying Dino's a lock in terms
I
of.
would too. And I think Shopik is also.
Yep. Down to 40 men. Another breaking ball. That's for a strike.
I think Ibanez is also one of the extra guys.
Right. So you got
running out of room.
You basically got one spot open for what, 4 or 5 guys, right?
Well, you have Morales as your DH, and Smoke with the spring he's had is going to be the first baseman. I don't think there's any question about that.
Evan Meek having a hard time, 6'2", 225 out of Bellevue, Washington. Eric Wedge in a very festive green, including his sunglasses. Evan Meek on the mound for Texas, originally drafted 11th round in 2002 by the Twins. Swing and a miss, throw down to second. It's a terrific job to keep that ball in the infield. So a strikeout of Shopik, stolen base for Bay. So 1 out, runner at second for the Mariners. Mariners 6-game flex packs. They're now on sale. Customize your own pack to see the biggest games this season, including opening night and series against the Cubs, Yankees, and Red Sox. Back start as low as $48, so pick up yours now only at mariners.com/flex. So Dustin Ackley faces Meek. One out, one on. Dustin grounded out to second base. First time up. Strict one from Evan Meek, who's been with the Pirates the last 5 years, compiling a record of 7-7 with a 3.34 ERA. And a middle relief guy.
See if Dustin can clutch up and get a base hit. Grounded out to the second baseman. It was a fine play by the second baseman, diving to his left to take a hit away from Dustin.
Center field for Brinson. Bay is back. See what Robert Andino can do if he can pick up a 2-out RBI. If you get questions, send them to @rootsports_NW. We'll have that feature running all season long. 2 outs. Andino in the 9 hole. He flied out to center first time. This is Evan Meek, who made the All-Star team 1 year for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Meek at Bellevue Community College. Went to Inglemore High School in Kenmore, Washington. Boy, Andino was an outstanding pickup. He's looked good at third, second, and short this spring.
He's been busy today at shortstop. He's made all the plays.
Young man from Miami. Pretty good life on that fastball, 1-2.
He's on your right. Pitched in yesterday's game. Been going 6 innings. Gave up 2 runs. First 2 runs of the year or of the spring for him. Pitched extremely well, trying to lock down one of those spots.
Mariners open the season in Oakland, the home opener a week later against the Houston Astros on Monday night, April 8th at 7:10. Look forward to that. First 3 games against Houston. Then the Rangers come in for 4. Tigers for 3 in the big first homestand. And Dino's got a full count. Franklin Gutierrez is on deck.
Good to see him back in the lineup. He's missed about a week's worth of games. Soreness in his legs, but he's in there today.
Breaking ball. A good one. Strikes out Andino. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. 2-1 Mariners as we go to the 6th. Raul Ibanez, fourth inning, two-run homer, has the Mariners on top. And as we had started at the beginning of our program, I'm going to show you some of the Mariner commercials. Here's another one. This one features the King, Felix Hernandez, and his special new product.
I love heat. That's why I created it. King Felix, high heat, hot sauce. I put it on everything. Sunflower seeds, bubble gum, and sports drinks. So add some to your next dish. Spicy.
Mariners baseball, true to the blue.
Well, we know what the new catchword's going to be around, and the new signs around Safeco Field. It's going to be spicy.
You get the feeling he enjoys doing those.
Oh, he does. Yeah, he's a fun guy to be around. He's a great teammate. Blake Bevan working in the sixth. Top of the order here for Texas. Line drive, left field. Raul Ibanez coming on. Slides, makes the catch. Takes away a base hit from Luis Sardinas. One out.
Sometimes it's tough to pick the ball up off the bat, but Raul gets a good jump on it in left field. Sliding catch. So he catches that in the heel of his glove. Did a good job of keeping it in there. Fine play. And Bevan, in the meantime, working here in the sixth inning. So with Ramirez going 6 innings yesterday, now it looks like Blake is going to try to do the same. Ramirez, the first pitcher for the Mariners to go 6 yesterday, but Bevan working here in the sixth, both of them being efficient with their pitch counts.
There's Jim Adducci, tripled off the batter's eye, straightaway center field last time up.
The Mariners, Carl Willis and Eric Wedge were looking for Blake to go 5, but as you can see, just 54 pitches for him, so he'll get an extra inning's worth of work. Nobody throwing in the bullpen for the Mariners.
There's a strike. Popped it up. Jason Bay's under it. So 2 down. And this is what we anticipate for opening day. Lexus pitching matchup, and it's going to be a good one. Felix, as always, seems to always open up the season against the A's.
As does Brett Anderson.
Yes, indeed.
It's usually a pretty good pitching matchup, too.
Against the defending American League West champions. Nobody had that.
No.
Nobody had that last year. In fact, remember we were talking about coming down the stretch, Texas. I didn't think the A's would run them down.
Oh, I didn't either. I'm sure the Rangers felt the same way.
There's Lance Berkman. Doubled down the left field line. One, two. Carter Capps will be the next Mariner pitcher. He's warming up in the bullpen. Oh, 2 to Berkman.
Looked like Blake tried to bounce a breaking ball down and in. Didn't quite get it in the dirt. That'll be a different look for the Rangers. Carter Capps getting loose. He'll come in throwing mid to upper 90s.
There's another kid you got to see, Carson Smith, right-hander. Ball pounded down to Ackley. Hope he gets a chance to play. He's almost as funky as Carter Capps and throws almost as hard. Nothing, he can't throw a straight pitch. You will really like him. 2-1 Mariners.
Mariners take the lead 2-1 thanks to Raul Ibanez. You can see there a great crowd on hand in Peoria. Beautiful day for some spring baseball. And hey, we'd like to welcome Craig Smith and his family who are in Arizona all the way from Bend, Oregon. You see Craig there in the yellow King Felix shirt, the Mariners hat. They travel down to Phoenix to watch their favorite MLB team. That would be, the Mariners, of course. Smiths are huge fans, so a big thank you to Craig and his family for tuning into the Mariners on Root Sports in Bend, Oregon. Oh, get that shaved ice. Looking good. Get you back up to the booth now.
All right, Brett, thank you so much. Beautiful day here, St. Patrick's Day. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you're watching us. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers with you. Justin Grimm takes over on the mound. He is the 4th pitcher for the Rangers this afternoon. Facing the Mariners top of the order. Here's Franklin Gutierrez. The catcher is Juan Apodaca. Trevor Adams takes over at first. Get you the other changes as we go along. Goody today is a strikeout and a ground out to short.
Numbers for Grimm: 12.27 ERA for him. He's pitched 7 in the 3rd inning so far this spring. He's got 10 earned runs.
Goody, Seager, and Morales here in the bottom of the 6th. Mariners lead 2-1 on a Raul Ibanez 2-run homer in the 4th. Lance Berkman had given Texas the lead with an RBI double top half of that inning. And Goody's aboard on a 4-pitch walk. Make sure you buy early and save. There are more value options than ever before for all Mariner games at Safeco Field this season. Get the best ticket prices. Make plans to buy early and save when you get tickets at the Safeco Field box office, any Mariners team store, or Mariners.com. Kyle Seager's going to swing the bat here. Strikeout, walk, and a run scored. Fourth appearance for Justin Grimm. Apodaca keeps that in front.
That walk to Gutierrez, Mariners get their first leadoff hitter on base today. See if they can take advantage of that. Pardon me, you're right, Dave. Second leadoff base hit by Bay last inning.
Boy, every really good seat this place is taken here at the Peoria Sports Complex. Good day. Fastball, 4-strike. On 1. Fastball running away. Grimm last pitched against Cleveland a week ago. Picked up a save, 3 innings, a 4-hit, 1-run ball, a walk, 3 strikeouts. Faced 14 batters. Highly regarded prospect, 2 years removed from being a Georgia Bulldog.
He's having a tough time throwing his fastball for a strike right now. Juan Gutierrez on 4 pitches, and here's Kyle on a 2-1 count.
Seager, double play ball. Taylor made. First swing killing of the afternoon. Comes Morales, looking for his first base hit today. Got a ground out to 3rd and a strikeout. Boy, you can see him get on top trying to snap that curve off. Missed it, ball 1.
Missed with both the curveballs. See if he'll come back with a fastball from Morales. The one thing that we've seen this spring training is Morales likes to hit the fastball, and he rarely misses it. He'll turn it loose right here.
3-0.
Was the fastball, but he missed down with it again. Banez has done the damage today. 2-run home run his last time up.
Greg Miclat, he's at second base. Here's a strike. Three one. You got Royce Bollinger, he's in left field. Greg Miclat at second. Trevor Adams at first. And Juan Apodaca to catch. 3-2. And breaking ball misses away. So the Mariners, 2-out base runner for Raul Ibanez. Same situation as last time up in the fourth. And he got ahead in the count. 1-0, and look what happened.
Fastball right in the middle of the plate, and Raul jumped all over it as it goes up into the berm. Good catch by a fan out there, but for Raul, his third home run of the spring. Give the Mariners the lead 2-1.
First pitch, Raul. Grim having a hard time with off-speed pitches. Morales not a running threat. Pitch. Fastball in there for strike one. 1-1. To left field, backing up Bollinger, in front of the track, and he makes the catch. The Mariners leave a runner stranded. We've played 6 here in Peoria, and Mariners a slim 2-1 lead. Two-one, and right now, star of the moment for the Mariners offensively, Raul Ibanez with a 2-run homer. He's part of the new Mariner commercial campaign. Let's take a look.
A winning season for the Mariners. A sweep of the Yankees. Another perfect game. Wild card berth. American League West title. AL championship.
Mariners baseball, true to the blue.
I have no idea how I got here.
I got 3 wishes.
Very cute. Raul Ibanez, great to have him back third time around with the Mariners. Providing a lot of leadership. You want to talk about a guy been there, done that. Coming off a great stint in Philly and New York the last few years.
And he's doing it on the field, too, having a great spring. 3rd home run of the spring in this game today, giving the Mariners the lead.
He's hard throwing Carter Capps. And Jeff Baker's his first hitter. Capps last pitched 3 days ago against Cleveland, 2 innings of two hit, no run work. Walked 1, struck out 3. On the season, he's done well.
He's had a good spring, a 1.8 ERA for Carter. 6 strikeouts and just the 1 walk.
Told me he's working on that breaking ball. Slider's getting a lot tighter. His curveball's a lot tighter, and there's a swing and a miss. It blows away Baker. He's 1 down. Good question. Ask the booth at Root Sports _Northwest. How has the fake the 3rd throw to first rule been changed this season? You can't do it.
Can't do it. It's a balk.
Simple. That's
yep.
right.
Pitch will be charged with a balk if you try it.
That'll save us about 20 minutes a game, won't it, Mike?
Well, we see it an awfully lot. And it rarely works. I never understood how it wasn't deceiving the runner at first. And I think that's the big thing with that rule. So now it will be a balk.
I wonder who'll be the first guy to forget that it's no longer in the books.
It will happen. It will happen this year.
Yeah.
There's that good slider you were talking about with Carter.
Boy, is that guy going to hear it too. Oh, man.
Good slider from Carter Capps. He's topped out at 96 miles an hour so far.
Two to Snyder. Shopik did a great job to get a piece of that.
And maybe it ended up getting a piece of him.
Yeah. Right shoulder.
Pitchers don't like it when the ball bounces out in front of home plate. They want to keep it closer to him, and that one took a bite out of him.
Ooh, Shopik thought he had one.
You can see he's working on that breaking ball. He's thrown 3 in a row.
Two and 2. To Brandon Snyder, 0 for 2 today. Having the swing and miss. 2 batters, 2 strikeouts for Carter Capps.
Well, if you missed with the slider, nothing wrong with coming back with a good fastball. Carter hit 100 miles an hour a number of times last year.
About the makeup of the bullpen this year with the Mariners.
Looks good. Looks really good. Some power arms out there. Good left-handed pitching. Eric Wedge will have a lot of options to go to this year.
Strike one. New catchers, Juan Apodaca. Overpowered it, just overmatched.
Oh, with as tall as Carter is and the arm angle that he has going on, that's an uncomfortable at bat for a right-handed hitter. I can tell you that. It's tough to hang in there. And with as hard as he throws, you feel like you have to cheat, get your swing started a little bit early, and that pitch well out of the strike zone. He was able to get the hitter to chase it.
He's 0-2.
Yes, boy.
Fights it off. Knocks it out of play. 2 outs, nobody on, 0-2.
Good slider. Right at the bottom of the strike zone. Carter not getting the call, but I like the pitch.
2 strikes. Breaking ball to center field. Going back is Casper Wells. Good inning for Cap. Carter caps 2 strikeouts and an easy fly out. Home 7th coming up. 5, 6, and 7 in the order. 2 up for the Mariners.
Baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest. For more info, visit emeraldqueen.com. And by Sterling Bank, nobody works harder for you. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Going off-road, and is that the Root Sports jalopy there? Check the shocks after that trip. Mariners on top still 2-1 to go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Hey, fans out there, do you have a burning question about Northwest sports for on-air personality Jen Mueller? Well, post your question on Twitter using hashtag RootQuestions, and you could have your question answered by Jen on RootSports.com, and will be eligible to win a Root Sports prize pack. For official rules to hear your questions and see if you're the winner, visit RootSports.com. I have many questions about, like, who's driving here, and I have questions for Jen, so I'm on that and get you back out to the game. Fans, get those questions in.
All right, Brad, thank you very much. Justin Smoke leads off. Looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 2. Fouled out to the first baseman and took a called 3rd strike. Justin Grimm works his 2nd inning. It'll be Smoke, Bay, and Shopik for the Mariners here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Look out. Talking about various portions of this ball club. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And Smoke strikes out 2nd time today, 1st time swinging. Catching department, Montero has been pretty good. We talked about Shopik, his veteran leadership. Young Mike Zunino's looked pretty good too. And John Hicks, a young man they just sent back to the minors.
Hicks made an impression while he was here. Organization really likes him a lot. I know Eric Wedge does. And did a great job behind the plate, so he's somebody to keep an eye on and his progress. And Zunino will probably be here sooner than later. I think they'd like for him to play a little bit more in the minor leagues. And Montero's going to catch every day at the start of this season.
Deep drive, right field. Going back, Jared Prince on the track, and the center fielder can't get it. It bounces up into the berm. A ground rule double for Jason Bay. Jumped on a pitch way outside, drove it a long way.
He's hit the ball hard 3 times today. That's his 2nd base hit, that double. out to right center field. Lets the ball get deep, pitches up above the belt, but he's able to get on top of it just enough. He gets by the center fielder and bounces over the fence. Jason Bays looked good with those couple of hits today. His batting average goes up over 300 for the spring also.
It's impressive. Here's Kelly Shopik. Bay at second, the 6th base runner the Mariners have had today. Talking about Mike Zunino. He's 5 for 21 with 2 homers and 3 runs batted in, 238 batting average.
And nothing cheap about either one of the home runs he's hit.
You got that right. And Mr. Hicks was 6 for 10 in 9 games. Shopik today 0 for 2. Popped out the first and strikeout. Runners in scoring position so far today. The Mariners are 1 for 3. Breaking ball missed. 2-1. Shopik trying to pick up a run here. 1 out. Bay, pretty good speed at second base. Good count here for Shopik. Bay, the runner at second base. Pitch to Shopik. Fastball for strike.
Looking out in the Mariner bullpen, looks like it'll be Cameron Lowe. When you get a chance to get an innings worth of work in. He's had a great spring.
A lot of depth pitching in this organization. Payoff pitched here to Shopik, man at second. Back up this way. Hello. Wheels work, baby. Wheels on the chair work.
They're still pretty quick, too.
Yeah, buddy. You heard about, I was listening to a game back here, and let's see, the Mariners were playing at Milwaukee, and Crimmin took one right off his computer, just blew it up.
He showed me the computer. There wasn't much left of it.
Swing and a miss, and Shopik's gone. Second time he's K'd today. You heard about Rick Riz on the phone walking down the field 1. He's on the warning track walking foul territory coming down the third baseline. Somebody hit a screamer that hit a fence that it bounced and then hit him, conked him on the head, knocked him down. So you got to really watch your incoming.
Especially here in spring training because everybody's so close to the action.
Yeah. Exactly. Bender for a strike.
Dustin 0 for 2 in the game, ground out to second and fly ball to center field for an out.
Looking for a 2-out RBI. Pitch outside. They got a 1-out ground rule double. Trying to get him home. Fastball for strike. Bounced it up there, 2-2. Maybe Tuesday we'll see the full complement of regulars. Let's see Morris and Saunders in addition of Morales and Seager and Goody and all
Get
those
them in
guys.
there together.
Yeah.
It's getting to be about that time, as we mentioned, 2 weeks before the opener.
Stays alive.
Really, I think it's a noticeable difference when you have Morales and Morris hitting back-to-back in the lineup. I was able to see that once on my last trip down here, and it's night and day for this club, so hopefully that will be the case during the season.
All about presence.
Yes.
Brinson fighting his son. He'll win that battle and make the catch. That'll do it. Mariners get a runner to second. Strand them there. To the 8th we go. 2-1 Seattle. Good family day out here. St. Patrick's Day out on the berm. Not many available spaces. These folks got there early and they've enjoyed the bright sunshine on this beautiful day. Let's take a look at another one of the new Mariner commercials for this season. A family of Mariners fans.
Well, sure, I'm a Mariners fan, but am I a diehard fan? I mean, what does that even mean? Raul, Felix, Goody, Michael, Kyle, Justina, Wilhelmsen, and Asashi. Bedtime. We need a Kendrys.
Not gonna happen.
We need a Kendrys.
Baby, you know I'm your man. Mariners baseball, true to the blue.
That works. I like it. Good stuff. Not gonna happen. 2-1 Mariners. Raul Ibanez, 2-run homer, the difference. That was in the bottom of the 4th inning. And after put Texas on the board with an RBI double in the top half of that inning. We look at the veteran reliever who's joined the Mariner Ball Club, Cameron Lowe. This will be his 6th appearance this season.
As you mentioned, adding some depth to the bullpen for the Mariners. Tall right-hander. He's had a really good spring training. He's pitched 5 innings, has not given up a run so far. 7 strikeouts over the 5 innings. He's yet to walk a batter.
I'm not talking about throwing downhill. Cameron Lowe, about 6'9". Adding the count 2-0. Misses away.
I think he'll end up being one of the guys in the pen. You'll see him in the 6th, 7th inning. See what he's done for spring training. Opponent's average is 278 against him. Again, hasn't walked a batter, 7 strikeouts through 5 innings.
We'd seen Lowe with Texas, spent 5 seasons with them. That didn't miss by much. 04 through 08, he was with the Texas Rangers. As a starter, made as many as 23 starts back in 07, went 6-11 that year. Last 3 years with Milwaukee. A setup guy, picked up 3 saves over the last 2 seasons, a record of 6-5 last year, 4-7 the year before. Jesus Sucre is the new catcher. We got a piece of him. Two and two. Greg Micklack is the hitter. If you're just joining us, you got the World Baseball Classic. It's taken away several of the Rangers, and then the bulk of their ball club is leading the Cubbies 6-3 up in Las Vegas right now. Three and two to Micklack. 8,478 on hand. Cameron Lowe, 6'8", 245. He's out of Simi Valley, California. Went to Cal State in Northridge. And drafted by the Rangers 20th round of the 02 draft. And he walks his first hitter. Leadoff man's aboard in the 8th. Gets suited up for spring training at the official online shop of the Mariners with the largest selection of authentic spring training gear, including clubhouse caps and t-shirts, jerseys, sweatshirts, and more. Get set for spring at the official source, themariners.com shop.
Sometimes down here in spring training, the pitchers will come out and they'll work on a certain pitch, and I'm wondering if that's the case with Cameron today, because that first hitter, leadoff hitter, a guy that runs well, he's throwing a lot of off-speed pitches to him.
Down low to Royce Bollinger. Cameron Lowe, the third Mariner pitcher. He issued the first walk of the day. Runner goes. Ball fouled off. Pitch went right by the Mariners CEO, Howard Lincoln. The runner at first, Greg Micklack. Royce Bollinger is the hitter. 1-1 count. Breaking ball hammered. Base hit left field. First 2 men have reached. And that brings up Lewis Brinson, who's 0 for 2. A strikeout looking and a fly to right. Cameron Lowe, an 8-year veteran in the big leagues, record of 32 up and 40 down. Career ERA at 4.36.
Again, that base hit, as you mentioned, a hanging breaking ball. He's throwing a lot of them. Change ups and breaking balls, so maybe just working on his off-speed pitches today. He's had a good spring training coming into this game, but he finds himself in some trouble now. Brad Miller has taken over at third base. He's expecting the bunt, playing in on the grass.
Miller's been impressive this spring as well. But good camp all around. Just got up to that phenomenal start. What was it, 12-1, I think, at one point. Miller hitting, I think, 233, but he's been hustling like crazy. He's got 7 hits, 2 runs scored. He's got a home run, a couple of runs batted in. He's played well at third, short, and second. Breaking ball. Could not hold up. 0-2.
Let's take a look at this breaking ball. Brinson being aggressive again. Young hitters for the Rangers, and Cameron Lowe able to take advantage of that with a good breaking ball right there.
Gets away from Sucre. Runners will move up. Wild pitch. Texas in business. Runners at second and third. Nobody out.
Thought maybe Cameron would get a strikeout there. Wasn't sure that Brinson was able to hold up, but they didn't check him.
There's a strikeout. One out. Tipped into the glove of Sucre. One out.
He's done messing around. Comes back with a good fastball down in the strike zone. Swings over the top. Good sinking fastball.
So with one out, Texas Rangers have runners at second and third on the game. They are 2 for 5 runners in scoring position. Luis Sardinas, the leadoff man. He's 0 for 3 today. Slaps this one in the left field. That'll get a couple of runs in. A throw from Thames. Not in time, so a slap 2-run single by Luis Sardinas. Texas regains the lead at 3-2. First 2 RBIs of the spring for Sardinas.
Imagine Cameron Lowe has not walked a batter, but starts getting off with a leadoff walk and then a base hit, so the walk ends up hurting him. You see this little slap. Not a bad pitch. It's in the middle of the plate, but it's down. Little backhanded play out to left field.
1 out, 2 runs in. A runner at first for Jim Aducci. This is Aducci's former spot. Aducci was the first baseman. This is Trevor Adams. Fastball there. Well placed.
There's good movement on his fastball. As you mentioned, he's tall at 6'9". Talking about Bevan earlier in the game, trying to get an angle because Bevan is also tall, not quite as tall as Cameron Lowe, but certainly uses it to his advantage. Stays on top of his fastball. He gets good movement on it.
Runner goes. Throw by Sucre looks good. Got him. Thrown out 2-4. Trying to steal.
Nice quick release from Sucre. Take a look at it. Puts it right on the money. Comes out of the chute in good shape. Strong arm.
One step and that boy right on the money.
It was. Ackley gets his glove pinned in between the spikes in the bag. Couldn't quite get it out of there, but it makes it easy for the umpire.
Weak wave by Adams, and he's gone, and so are the Rangers, but they do score twice, and they've taken the lead. Bottom of the 8th coming up. Texas 3, Mariners 2. 3-2 Rangers right now. Let's take a look at our Coors Light freeze cam. And we focus in on this young lady about a half hour ago. She was lucky enough to get a foul ball, and it has made her St. Patrick's Day. Part of the big crowd here, 8,478. Happy St. Patty's Day. Beautiful day here in Peoria at the sports complex.
Keep it score, too. Good job out there.
Yeah, I like it. Fifth pitcher for the Texas Rangers is Wilmer Font, F-O-N-T. Wilner Font.
His first pitch is first warm-up pitch he threw to the top of the backstop. Hopefully the Mariner hitters weren't watching that.
From the Ryan Duran school.
Right. Only pitched 1 inning so far in spring training for the Rangers.
He made his debut in A-ball. Check that. He made it with the big club back on the 15th a couple days ago. Surrendered a 2-run homer to Hunter Pence. First hitter here is Goody. Make that Andino, beg your pardon. Andino, then Goody and Seager. That's out of play. Casper Wells, the new center fielder, so he'll swing it back in that one hole vacated by Gutierrez. And then Brad Miller. Strike 2, Andino today, 0 for 2. Find a big guy, and he's averaged 12.6 strikeouts per 9 innings last season. He held opponents to 194 batting average at their high A club in Myrtle Beach.
So far, we've seen a fastball around 93 miles an hour with a slider. A fastball at 93 off the plate away.
I want to thank the folks for texting in where they're watching our game. As I mentioned, last telecast I was on, Mexico and the Netherlands checked in addition to the greater Seattle area. Nice shot by Andino to work a walk to lead it off here in the 8th.
We have Casper Wells. Casper, a little bit of a slow start to spring training, but he's picked it up. He's actually tied for 3rd in the Cactus League with 12 RBIs. He's taken over for Franklin Gutierrez.
Straight back, strike 1. Wells had his share of up and down moments. He got sent down to AAA. Was it about 2/3 of the way through the season?
I would say so.
Played 93 games for the Mariners, 22 Tacoma. Taylor made double play. Second time, Texas has turned 2. Mariners home opener. It's coming up on Monday, April 8th, 3 weeks tomorrow, and that's against the Houston Astros. Be on hand for red carpet intros. The first pitch from Mariner legend Jamie Moyer. What's he going to tap on the radar gun on that one? Fireworks and more. Plus, all fans receive a magnetic Mariners schedule thanks to Safeco Insurance. Get tickets opening night at mariners.com. April 1st will be in Oakland. And Felix Hernandez and Brett Anderson expected starters in that contest.
Brad Miller at the plate. He's been impressive this spring. He does a good job. He's at third today. He's taking over for Seager, but when you watch him play some shortstop, he looks pretty good. Left-handed hitter.
Hit a line drive homer last week. He sprinted out of the box, and he thought it was going to hit off the fence, and he cleared the 385 in right center field. It's one of the fastest home run get-arounds I've seen in a while. I mean, he was in full flight. Jeff Datz had to slow him up a little bit coming around. All-out hustle kid. Got ability, good size. All ACC performer. Clemson guy. (3-2) Texas. Rangers regain the lead. Luis Sardinas, a 2-run single to left in the top of the 8th. Backs him off.
A little late on the fastball, but he should get one here in a 3-2 count with a couple of outs. You need a line drive on a good fastball.
He does. Well, it'll get down to the gap, and Miller can run. He's looking at 3. He's in full gallop, and he's going to make it easily. A triple for Brad Miller. The young man continues to impress. His second triple of the season, of the preseason here. Well done.
Eric Wedge will like to see this. Gets into a fastball count, make sure that he gets the barrel out there and lines us into the gap. And then after that, you can see him run. Long strides, gets to third easily. He'll end up diving to third, but he could have gone.
Nice. Very nice. 2-out triple. Tying run at third. See if Morales can get him home. Morales today ground out to third, a strikeout and a walk today. This young man, Wilmer Fonda, if he's going to throw a fastball, he better locate it against Morales, because this guy's made a living off of fastballs.
We'll throw him one here. Let's see how far he can hit it. He did, but missed upstairs. Eric Thames on deck. He will take over for Abanez, who started in left field. Abanez with a 2-run homer.
Two and one. Big pitch here, 2-1. Breaking ball and a good one.
Take a look at the last pitch. Look like he's cheating on the fastball. The bottom drops out of that.
Got to pick up a run. Mariners 1 for 5. Runners in scoring position. 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball crushed down the line. Hello! It is gone, baby. What did he jump on that pitch? What a difference a thump makes. 2-run homer Abanez, 2-run homer Morales. Mariners lead 4-3.
Well, we saw Morales hit a home run yesterday, hitting right-handed. The switch hitter turns around lefty. And it looked like it was the same pitch. He just didn't get this one as far down in the zone. And it is off-speed pitch, and he hammers it into the bullpen. It was line drive. I wasn't sure it was going to be high enough when he first hit it. It ricochets off the back wall in the pen.
Mariners have some presence in the middle of their lineup. Two-run homers. I'd like to be saying that on multiple occasions this year.
I have a feeling you will. I think Morales Again, last year hitting 22 home runs coming off of that injury where he missed a season. And I thought that he looked a lot better the second half last year than he did in the first half. And I think he's going to start picking it up again.
34 a few years ago before he got hurt.
3-0 to Eric Thames, his first plate appearance today. Thames at 241, 7 for 29. No homers, 5 runs batted in. Oh, he turned it loose, 3-0, like that.
Why not? 1-run lead, try to add to it.
Thames is worth the walk. Another shot here for Smoke. Had a tough day. Fouled out to first. Struck out looking and swinging.
So they're going to make a pitching change. Then we'll bring in a right-hander, so Smoke will hit left-handed when we get back.
That's your old teammate Andy Hawkins, a pitching coach, Ron Washington, and some of the other staff in Las Vegas. Mariners lead by 1. Another look at the Grand Canyon. Fabulous vistas there, as you know, from either being there or seeing on TV. Man, it's just an incredible wonder when you fly over and when you're down in there. So, new pitcher for the Texas Rangers is Johan Jan. Let's take a look at one of the other new commercials. Little player hijinks amongst each other.
Hello, Brendan.
Hey, wise old Buffalo.
That was a nice play you made behind the bag yesterday.
Thanks.
Now, did you make my special cookies?
You the ones that make you talk? Yeah, they're up in the clubhouse.
Terrific. Thank you, Brendan.
Oh, Tom, how long you been doing this?
About 6 months.
Mariners baseball, true to the blue.
Brendan, this belly ain't gonna rub itself.
Really? Again?
Fitting they'd have Mr. Ryan in on that one. Sidewinder Johan Jan is the new Texas pitcher. One-0 pitch here to Smoke, pitch out, nothing doing.
Numbers for Jan: 3 ERA. Some pitch much, 6 innings for him. Opponent's average, good number, just 105 average against Jan.
6'4", 185 out of San Pedro de Macorís in the Dominican Republic. AAA Round Rock last year. 1-1 with a 5.03 ERA in 28 games. Smoke trying to get something going here. Tackling some more runs here. He's got a 2-1 count. That's a strike right there. 2-2. Smoke the 6th hitter this inning for the Mariners. 2-run homer by Kendrys Morales has the Mariners on top. Smoke started today, 13 hits, tied for the team lead. Here's a 2-2. Morales has added to his total. That base hit is 14th hit. It's a team best. Tying Peguero for the top spot. What Peguero's been.
He has.
Really good.
Another nice line drive into left center yesterday for him.
2-2. Back. Labanya's 2-run homer early on got the Mariners on the board in the 4th inning. 2-2 to Smoke. Something's got to give right now. It's an 8th full count to Mariner hitters today. Jason Bay's on deck. Thames, the runner at first, will take off. There he goes. The pitch. Fouled off. Smoke 19 homers, 51 runs batted in last year in 132 games. Spent 20 games in AAA Tacoma. Hit 242 there, no homers and 4 runs batted in. Here's the 3-2. Hit hard, base hit, right field. Thames will get the 3rd. He'll bring him around, and now he slips, and he's back safely. So Justin Smoke steps up, a 2-out base hit. Tough break for Thames coming around 3rd.
Couldn't tell if Das was holding him up or if he thought he was going to score, but ended up having to go into what looked like a slide. Number of fastballs to Justin. You can see that one down and into him, and he rifles it into right field, hit it hard. And here's Thames coming around 3rd. Wasn't sure, takes off again, then changes his mind. Able to get back. Bring up Jason Bay. Bay having a good afternoon. He's 2 for 3 with a double.
Double to left and a ground rule double to right. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. Mariners up a run looking for more. Breaking ball for strike 1. Seventh man to the plate for the Mariners here in the 8th inning. Fouled off. Bay behind 0-2. Let's see Smoke come up with that hit.
Well, I was just thinking to myself that he had a number of fastballs to handle, and he was fouling them off, and then he finally had one that was down and in where he could cheat a little bit on a 3-2 count and hit it hard.
0-2 to Bay. Missed away. You're talking about cheating on the 3-2 count.
Oh, he was assuming that he was going to get that fastball again, the one that he fouled off before, and so he could get his swing started a little bit early because he was assuming he was going to get the fastball, which he did.
Bay drives one right field. Backing up, Prince got some carry on the track, makes the catch. Good inning nonetheless for the Mariners. 2-run homer by Kendrys Morales. They leave a couple, go to the 9th with a 4-3 lead.
day, and there's only one of them. It's what opening day represents.
But something about being at home, opening at home in front of a packed house, something special.
And baseball is usually played very low-key unless you're an all-star or playing in the playoffs. You never quite have this experience, and Safeco does it probably better than any place I've ever seen.
On cue, Raul Ibanez leaves the yard.
Green is the color today. Mariners play long ball to lead 4-3 as we head to the top of the 9th inning. And we want you to join the conversation. For up-to-date game information and live interaction, be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Check us out and stay connected with Root Sports all season long. A couple of guys very savvy with social media. It's Dave Sims, Mike Flowers. Probably just sent a tweet out saying, hopefully, just 3 more outs to go, guys.
All right, Brett, thank you very much. In for the close is Danny Farquhar. And first pitch swing and a miss by Nomar Mazara.
And for Danny in the spring, an 8.1 ERA for him. Only 3 1/3 innings that he has pitched. 4 hits. Gave up to 3 runs. Opponent's average 267.
Good breaking ball for strike.
Fastball, curveball, changeup.
Three pitches, 1 down. Farquhar airing it out. Last time Danny pitched 3 days ago, 1/3 of an inning against Cincinnati.
Well, fastball up, breaking ball in the dirt, and then comes back with another high fastball and throws it by him.
One out, nobody on. Mariners by a run. Brings up Jared Prince. Danny Farquhar out of Pembroke Pines, Florida. And in a strike. A lot of torque on that one. Farquhar 5'9", 180. Last year at Tacoma, 1-0 with a 0.54 ERA in 12 games. Came over from the Yankees organization with DJ Mitchell in the Ichiro trade last July. Swing and a miss.
That looked like a pretty good cutter on the outside corner. 89 miles an hour.
Talking about working on breaking balls.
Yeah, he spiked 2 curveballs in this at bat.
Two. Missed by Mutz. A whole bunch of other umpires thought it was a strike. John Tepani's the only one that counts.
This is the cutter again off the outside corner.
Right to Andino. 2 outs. And that brings up Brandon Snyder. 0 for 3 today. Really does. Hey boys, it's breaking ball day. Work on it.
It seems that's the case. All the guys that have come out of the pen today have thrown more breaking balls, including Carter Capps.
Yep.
This has been the good formula for the Mariners this spring, hasn't it? A couple of home runs, good pitching again.
It's at 42 home runs, right? 43 now. That's right. It's 2 of them today.
Yeah.
Who knew?
Mariners' record is 51. That was set in 1999. They have a real good chance of getting past that one with 2 weeks to go. There's Morales who hit one today and hit one yesterday.
And like everybody at home, carry these bad boys over into the season.
That is the hope.
2 outs, 1 and 2. Farquhar off the fist, pop up, out of play. A lot of fans standing and applauding, hoping for a strikeout from Danny Farquhar. All of 2 strikes to Brandon Snyder. The pitch missed with the fastball. 2-2. Two. Missed with the breaking ball. Full count. Inning and ended right here. 3-2 pitch. Flicked one foul.
And we went back to the cutter after missing with the curveball again.
8th pitch coming up. Danny Farquhar trying to put a ribbon on it. And he does. Ground ball, Andino. Surefire throw over to first. That's your ball game. Mariners won it 4-3. They beat the Texas Rangers. And again, only one veteran major leaguer started today for Texas. But a win is a win is a win is a win that takes the Mariners to 15-7. Texas drops to 10-11 pending what they do against the Cubs in Vegas.
Yeah, and again, a couple home runs from a couple of the veteran guys in the lineup. Good to see. I thought Bevan was really good today. You mentioned the lineup he opposed, but still Blake going 6 innings. First time he's gone that deep this spring, and I thought helped his cause today with a nice outing.
Good stuff. Glad to be with you on TV. Again, we'll be back on Tuesday. Mike Blowers and our entire crew. I'm Dave Sims. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Jen Mueller coming up next with Mariners All Access.